So Joseph and I dated briefly when we were young teenagers. We remained friends and reconnected after a few relationships, and then fell in love, got married. I had a daughter from a previous relationship, and shortly after Joseph and I got married, he adopted Kylie.
I was always a firm proponent that every kid needs a brother or a sister, so we started pretty much immediately after getting married trying to have another kid. And unfortunately, after about 8 years, we kind of just made the decision together that this wasn't meant to be, and we already had one happy, healthy kid, just go on about our life with our family as it was, because there was nothing wrong with it. And it was at that time that we actually got pregnant. I was just shocked because I just couldn't believe that after all this time it had happened when we weren't even trying. Kylie, she was adamant that she did not want a sibling at that time. She kept saying that she didn't like little kids, and so we made the decision together to serve in the 18-month-old room.
It was just really sweet to see that dynamic because it was something that we had hoped for so long and were so prayerful for that I didn't think was going to happen for us.
We had the 20-week ultrasound, and going into that room, we were all excited and everything was good. I remember the ultrasound tech saying, "Oh, she's perfect. She's got 10 toes and 10 fingers, and there's a little nose." And then she said, "Well, hold on, I want to check something." And I remember thinking, well, that's a little strange. This hasn't happened before at any of the other visits. And then the doctor came in, and she informed us that we were going to need to leave immediately and go to the hospital because she was essentially going into labor. When we got there, they brought in a perinatal surgeon. They did a few tests, and they basically said they were going to perform an emergency surgery to try to reverse labor.
I was very anxious. I was very scared. I didn't want to lose the baby, and I knew that they said it was a 50-50 chance.
So she had the procedure done, went well, and said, "Okay, you're good to go, baby's safe, everything's fine," and they released us to come back home. We got sent home on a Monday. Tuesday morning, she called me saying she was cramping and something was wrong, so I told her to get her mom to take her to the hospital, and I immediately left and met them there. When she got there and got out of the car, she was clearly in a ton of pain. And I remember that being the first moment that I was really scared. They sent us back to labor and delivery, and the OB came in, gave her an epidural, and told us that we were gonna full on go through standard childbirth.
In that moment, I was still hopeful because, there's no way that we could go through all of this for it to end that way.
They asked for a big push, out she came, they cut the umbilical cord, they took her over to the warming table, and she had a heartbeat until the moment she came out. I was watching the heart rate monitor the whole time.
Then they asked what her name was, and at that point we hadn't even fully decided on a name for her, but we told her name is Brooklyn. When I was able to hold her, I think at that point is when I realized that she's not alive, she didn't make it. And I wanted God to take me too. Because why am I here and she's not?
Amanda held her, and I held her, and our family all held her. She was perfect. She was just tiny. She was fully formed. She was just little. So they released us and we came home, and I remember both of us just not really knowing what to do. There's no playbook for what you do after you've lost a child.
I was just so broken. This can't be my life. I can't be dealing with this. I can't have lost my baby.
really the main question I had is, why us? Why did this have to happen to us? Why are you taking out your wrath on us when I didn't feel like we had done anything to deserve it? I wanted to go to church afterwards because even though I was angry with God, I was happy that we had a church family. We had people who weren't reaching out to us for any other reason other than they cared for us. So I think we both wanted to go back, but we were hesitant.
There were moms that were pregnant at the same time as I was, and so I didn't think that my heart could handle experiencing that. But that was the moment that through all of it that I felt peace, that I felt joy. And like it was just like coming home and getting a hug from God.
But it was hey.
It was a hug from me.
Seeing them so excited to see us back and running up and hugging on us and just having the opportunity to see the beauty of what pure love is, because little kids don't know any different, you know. Truly saved my sanity, it saved my life, and it saved our family.
After our loss, we had a couple of friends that had gone through loss of infants in different ways. And through that, I was thankful that God was able to use us to help them through what they were going through, because we didn't know anyone that had gone through anything like this. So being able to be that person for someone else, that's where God's goodness came in. Because if we wouldn't have been through what we went through, we wouldn't have been able to help others through what they were going through.
We may not understand why God allows the things to happen that he allows to happen, but there's a strange peace in knowing that we're not meant to understand it, and stop asking why and just trust that God is doing something greater than you in your life.